talking about, I used the word serendipity, circumstances. You could say that Bruce Braley fell into a serendipity circumstance a few weeks ago, speaking to a Texas group of attorneys trying to raise some money there, in which he said, you know, if we don't keep control, Democrat control of the Senate, Charles Grassley, Iowa Republican, a farmer, could end up chairing the Senate Judiciary Committee. There was fallout from that. Has he stopped that, and we'll use the term again, bleeding?
You know, that's tough to say. I don't know that got a lot of play from people who were probably predisposed, not necessarily to support Braley in the first place. Although I have seen that there was a group that used sort of the clip, and this is a clip that I imagine Braley is just, he's there, there's liquor bottles next to him, and he's talking to this group, and the person's right in front of him, and you just wonder, even besides the comments, if maybe his staff should have moved him over to the left a little bit, just so the booze wasn't present, right? And it's one group has already used that has used that clip and has pressed it.
His opponents as well have started running an ad. Mark Jacobs is running an ad which uses the sound from that. I think this is really interesting because it's a rookie mistake. This would be like maybe a Benedictine criticizing the new Jesuit Pope. Grassley is pretty much as popular as the Pope is. And for you, in even a private setting, to say something like that about a politician in Iowa who's generally liked, who wins re-election by incredibly weird, absolutely gargantuan margins, it just shows that you might not have been ready for prime time.
And then that was the same week as well that Joni Ernst, the Republican state senator, released that ad about, I'm used to cutting pork by castrating hogs growing up on my Iowa farm. So now it's like, who can be the most farmerish?
Yeah, and the other thing was, Braley didn't immediately make himself available in Chris Christie fashion and have an hour-long news conference and answer every question about that. He waited 9 days before he talked to anyone about this on the record. And after 9 days, he still didn't have a good explanation about why he said it. And he mentioned being a trial lawyer as one of the reasons why he said it, which I don't know what advisor is telling him he should be bragging about being a trial lawyer, but it is one of his negatives, not one of his positives.
Yeah, I think that you mentioned that Branstad had sort of undermined his brand as being an efficient manager. This speaks to Bruce Braley's brand of being kind of a populist, an everyman, somebody who can speak to the little guy, works for, came from humble beginnings. And now this video shows him looking down his nose at Chuck Grassley, non-lawyer who never went to law school, right? And so it does undermine that, it makes him look kind of snobbish, and that is absolutely not the image that he's really been trying to build.
Suffice to say, we probably haven't heard the last of those comments that were serendipitously videotaped.